Hi. So this we will not talk about the chapter 13. We will jump to 41. Oh, this kind of is hard, I think. But anyway, that's fine. It's about the functions of several variables. So let's first recall. If we have a function f from R to R, okay, or from an interval to real number, this is what we study, one variable, function of one variable. For example, f(x) is ex, f(x) is sin x. I want to emphasize that there is only one variable. Okay, only one variable. Even though sometimes the function is complicated, but we only have one variable. I think that's the For example, let's look at today. We want to generalize this to several variable. So for example, it's possible we have a function like something like this. If we have x, y, like this is sine x plus y. Like this. You might ask me, what do you mean by this? So it means that you can pick x arbitrary, y arbitrary. And then, for example, okay, we have f(1), 1, we just get sine 2, right? For example, if f(1), 2, we get a sine 3, like this, the function like this, or f(x(y) is ex plus y times sine x squared cosine y squared, anything 1 over tangent x plus y, like this. You just put many variables together, and like this kind of function, we call this kind of function the function of two variables. So that's kind of an example. And then let me give you the definition. Okay. So definition. If we are in R2, now we are in R2, this is kind of a domain where a region like this. And then we have a function, right? This is a subset in R, and there are so many labels for the same thing. And then we have a function x, f, for any x, y in this domain D, we can assign a number f, x, y. We can assign for any x, y, we assign a number. We call it f, x, y. Okay. And then we do this. And then f is called a function of two variables. Furthermore, D is called the domain of F. Okay, we write it as domain of F is D. And this is the first one. And then, like we did for the function of single variable, here we can define the range. The range of f is defined as range you put them together. You put all, you plug in every x, okay, sorry. You plug in every pairs x, y in D, and then you compute out all the values f, x, y. You put them together. We call it the range of f. Oh, I hope it's clear. Right. And here, the definition is over. Okay. We say x, y are independent variables. Means that x, y can change without interaction with each other. When x is changed, it will not influence y. When y is changing, it will not affect x. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If we write z is x, y for any x, y in D, and D, z is we called dependent variable. Of course, this is obvious by English meaning, right? Because you get z from x, means that z is not independent because z depends on the variable, the independent variables x, y you choose. Okay, so for a function, you may say, oh, it's so abstract. Of course, you know, I think you should focus more on the examples. Okay, for example, how to find the domain, how to find the range, like what we did for function of one variable. Okay, it's kind of we introduce the function of two variables. So, and then I tell you, okay, there is a domain, the definition about the domain, and then the range. Okay, there is low air, sorry, the range. So let me show you example, and then we can solve today. So example. So we have x, y is x plus y plus 1 over x minus 1. We have two variables, right? It's a function of two variables. You don't have to go back to check variable. Just use your eye. Look at this two variables. The first question, okay, one, find the domain. Okay. What's the meaning of the domain? Means that you plug in x, y into this function, you can get a number. Otherwise, it's illegal, right? You can say, when is this illegal? So first, we have to be, since we have this implies x plus y plus 1 has to be greater than 0 because we have the square root. And also we have this x minus 1 is in the denominator position. We get x minus 1 cannot be 0. So we get x plus y plus 1 is greater than 0, and x cannot be equal to 1. So means that the domain is like, if we draw a picture, okay, because it's either first x cannot equal to 1, cannot be this. Okay, and then let's draw a picture for this. For this, we can get, okay, y is greater than negative x minus 1. If you draw a picture, it should be like this. This is y equal to negative 1 minus 1. Y is greater than this. So means that this is this part, but x cannot be 0 like this. This is without this. Okay, without this. Above this line, but without this line, x equal to 1. I think this is about the domain for this problem. I'll give you one more problem, one more example. So this is another example is f, x, y, two variables, which is x ln y squared minus x. So the only constraint is this part, because if you look at this part, x can be any number. So ln y minus x implies y squared minus x has to be greater than 0, cannot be 0, right? Because we know ln x for ln, this number should be greater than 0. And then we can so let's first consider the y squared is x. So we can write this is y squared. This is a quadratic function. Just switch the order x and y. Okay, and then we can draw this is x, this is y, and then this is x equal to y squared. You can say y squared is greater than x. So, right? So means that y is greater, right? This is x, this is y. For any x, y is greater than x. So means that this is the domain. This is the domain. Yeah. Oh, we still have one more because I prepared a lot of examples. I hope I can help you understand it. And also you can get the examples on my note. So for fxy is 9 minus x squared minus y squared. So find the domain. So we have 9 minus x squared minus y squared. We have square root. This means that 9 minus x squared minus y squared is greater or equal to 0. So this implies x squared plus y squared is less or equal to 9. What's this? How do we do it? So let's consider x squared plus y squared is 9. What's this? This is a circle. Center at 0, 0 with radius 3. So if we draw a picture, this should be the circle, right? With radius r equals to 3. But if you look at this, should be greater than 9. So means that this is the domain inside of the circle. It's just the disk, right? So I think that's fine. When is our class over? The league time is 12:10, right? Right?
Yep.
I think in the future we can, just end at 12. The reason is not I'm lazy, because we don't have a rest in the middle. Clear? Do you agree? Where you say, okay, I just want to listen to more. I don't mind. Is it okay? In the future, we end at okay, I think I'm done today. So if you have any question, you can stay here.